And I forgot to turn my microphone on. Hey, everybody. Let me turn my sign on. There we go. All your bones are already out there, Serbs. Serbs in the basket again, looking for bones. Hey, everybody. How's it going? How are you guys doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday Live. How is everybody? Okay, I know we got Rosie and we got Victoria and Mary and Denny and Susan and Tammy and Chels. Who'd I miss? I think I missed somebody from early on in the beginning. Annie. Annie and Rosie. Did I say you guys? Rosie's working on a baby blanket. Bree is working on the All in the Family. You've completed the Sweet 16 and now I saw a meme and it said something about nobody works faster than a crafter with a baby shower on the next day. Ask Chelsea about that. She knows that too. Hello, Lorna. You are all stamped in, you guys. My voice is better. I'm not completely over everything. I still have all the hanging on stuff. Lots of drainage today, which I think is a really good thing, seeing as how I've been so blocked up for so long. Cheryl Hill. Good to see you, Cheryl. Toria, let's see. Who else? Oh, Wendy Joe. Oh, Wendy Joe, I haven't seen you in so long. I'm so glad you're here. Sandy Michaels, yay. She's working on a hat, a sock, a cardi, and a teddy bear. That's a respectable amount of stuff to be working on. I was not sure I was going to come on today. I really wasn't. So you are all stamped in according to Flashy. I was just tired earlier. I got a whole bunch of stuff done and then, not like a whole bunch, but, like normal stuff today. And then it was like, oh, now I'm tired. So I wasn't sure I was going to make it. Good. I'm glad I sound better. I do have, that's my water. And then I do have my Colorado cup today. Today is the Colorado cup because I love the colors. And this is community coffee in decaf, thanks to my daughter Chels. And almond creamer in French vanilla. I'm on the decaf this time of day. I'm trying to be good and only do the one caffeinated in the morning and then go to the decaf by afternoon. And so far, the last couple of days, I've done really good. So, hey, Sally, good to see you. Yes, you really have to switch it up. I don't know how people do one thing and only one thing. I don't know how they do it. Chelsea is picking her colors for her log cabin blanket. I started mine today and I have got that to show you guys. And I've got some progress on my cowl. And then that is all that I have actively been working on, you guys, because I've been sick. But I want to talk about our Make a Dicky Make Along today. We're going to talk about this. I hope Joan gets here because she wanted to talk about this. Your dad is in rehab because he fell at home. Okay. Well, they're going to get him straightened out. That is for sure, Rosie. They will get him all straightened out with medicines and everything. I'm sorry that he fell, but it's probably a good thing that they can um, take care of him for a little bit. All right. I see everybody is working on lots of things. That's good. It's the first of the year and we're all doing stuff. So let me show you the cowl first. I did have some hard time getting started on the cowl when I first started it because I think I had brain fog with all of the flu. And I keep trying to remind myself, flu normally lasts up to 10 days, I would think, or up to 2 weeks with some of the symptoms. But, hasn't even been a week that I was diagnosed with it. So that I tested positive. This is the cowl that I'm making. It's called the Flame Kissed Cowl by Laura Brady of Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy and Knit for Brains podcast on YouTube. She used to do this podcast with her daughter, and I think her daughter appears every now and then. And now she does the podcast with one of her best friends, and her name is Karen Miller. And I'm doing this cowl. I started this in memory of Stephen Smith from the case that I'm covering, the Murdoch case that I'm covering. And so I decided to do it in the bisexual colors. And this is how it's looking. I've added on my purple now. See how well y'all can see that. It's kind of hard to see this pattern so far, but the colors are just looking absolutely beautiful. So pretty. But it took me a little bit to get the rhythm going on this. The pattern is wonderful, but it's not a hard pattern. I think my brain just wasn't clicking. So this is the yarn I'm using right now. It's called Violetta. It's some of these little minis that I got are from when I was doing row one yarns. I was getting row one yarns every month, and one of the companies that they were doing was Threadhead Knits Co. Violetta, that's that color. So some of these minis, that's where that was from. Hey Jeannie, good to see you. The boys picked your colors. She's ready. Okay. Well, you could come up if you want to, Chelsea. You don't have to, but you can if you want to and show us your colors. But I can show what you sent me. Unless you want to do it that way, you can too. She's kind of got her hands full with the boys. But if you want to send me a picture of what you picked, you can do that too. I'll show them. This is what she's working with right now. She's got everything out on her table. So she'll probably send me a picture. Son's temperature blanket to mark his senior year. And then what a not blank temperature snake amigurumi. Okay. I don't know what that is. No, I know. Well, after I said it, I thought, that's probably not going to work out. Little too noisy on her end. Her colors now, Chelsea and I are doing this project together. And Chelsea, I don't think that it's going to fit in this bag. After I pick this bag to do it in, it's going to be okay just for the first, maybe just to put the ones that I'm currently using can go in here. but there's no way the blanket and all the yarns are going to fit in this bag, even though these are really, really big bags. And this is also a bag by Laura Brady of Knit for Brains. It's our Gilmore bag. Chelsea and I both have one. So the rest of mine, I've got them all caked up. Yeah, Denny said she saw them on Instagram, and then I posted a picture of all the cakes. They're all in here in this basket. And let me grab, okay, this is the first two. I'll show you the first two that I used so far. And I'm using, to go with it, I'm using a Yarn ID yarn it's called Pearl River. It's like a dove, like a heathery dove gray. And these are all of our, what we call our Donna yarns. And Chelsea and I are doing, hi Cheryl, feeling better. Chelsea and I are doing the Log Cabin Granny Blanket by Hooked by Robin. And I have made it I've pinned it in Facebook. If anybody else would like to make one, you can post on my post. You can put a picture of what you're working on, show us your progress. And here is mine started. Here's my started one. Let me get it a little closer. There we go. There's Joan. Oh, how you doing, Joan? There's Shad. Hey, Shad. So I started with that gray color, and then my next, and she did hers, Robin, when she explains it on her blog, because you can go to Hooked by Robin and find how to do the blanket, and she also has a tutorial on her YouTube. And I just followed the YouTube today when I started it. But in her description of her colors, she used sheep cheese yarn, which is actually a DK weight, okay? And Chelsea and I are using worsted weight. And I am actually using an H for mine, so 5mm H hook. But this Yarn ID is a little bit thicker than the worsted from Donna. But it's working up absolutely fine. I'm not having any problems. Oh no, Joan, I knew you hadn't been feeling good. I'm sorry to hear that. I want to talk about the Make a Dicky Make Along too, if you can stay. I'll talk about that here in just a minute. Hi, Susan. So the first color there was this one, and I will go back to it. So there's that one. That's how that caked up, and it's called Stormy Morning. Y'all, this is beautiful. If she has any more of this in her shop, you guys, this is absolutely gorgeous. And then this one is the second one. It's called Raspberry Bush or Raspberry Rush. I think it's Raspberry Rush. So that's the first two that I did with the gray. And then I just started this third color right here. And that one is A Winter's Night at the Castle. So it has started. And then this is going to be my next one. And it's called Love Me Do. This one's pretty too. Now this looks like a small cake, but I had to do some of them. For some reason, I had trouble with my swift, so I had to make them into smaller cakes to get them to go like I wanted them to. So it has begun. If you guys want to make the log cabin granny with us, it's going to go really fast. That's what I can tell you, is that it's going to go really fast, because I can tell already, and she says it in her video. She says that it grows quickly. Well, I'm going to tell you, she's right, because that's just that I've just gotten started and it's already growing. Oh, there's her colors. Oh, I like that, Chels. I'm glad you kept that one with the bright corals in it. Here's what Chelsea picked for her colors. Yay! Those are going to be fun. And then you're using are you going to use the linen in between? Well, you could post pictures, Susan. If you made a couple of them, I'd love to see your finished ones. If you would post pictures in Facebook, or you can also send me an email, you guys. You can also, if you don't do Facebook, but you only do Messenger, you can message me with them. You can message me on Instagram. There's a lot of places to get a hold of me. Yeah, so she's using the I Love This Yarn, I believe, and it is from Hobby Lobby, and it is called linen. So it's like a real ivory color. Now Robin uses white on the one that she does that you see on her video. She uses white on hers. I went with the gray. I don't know. I just looked up there, and that gray was a real light gray, and I had like 4 of those, and I thought, that's what I'm gonna go with. I don't know. It's just what I decided. Yeah, there's my email. Thank you, Chels. So, okay. And that's all I have, I also have been working on that cardigan. I've got it over there. I have finished everything except putting it together and putting the ribbing on. So, and I have plenty of yarn. I know that gray is a gammy color. Mm-hmm. Very much a gammy color. Chelsea calls her gammy. It would be my mom. It would be her grandmother. Yep, very much a gammy color. The grays and the jeans. That was gammy. Okay, I want to talk about this before Joan has to go. So, the Make a Dicky Make Along. Okay, you guys? I will post a thread for this I will pin it to the top in Facebook and give you all of the particulars for Facebook. And I'm using this, which is a Coates and Clark book number 190-B, Learn to Knit. This is the book that I'm using the pattern from. Yes, I want to know if anybody else is going to join us for the log cabin blanket. And there's a lot of really great patterns in here. Very beginner friendly patterns. And I wanted to say that if you are not wanting to knit one, you can crochet one. And I noticed that Jonah had put up a pattern for a crochet dicky. So you might check Jonah's hands for his pattern. It looked very easy to follow. The way that it was constructed looked like it was going to be very easy to follow. So there's no reason why you can't do it in crochet. Matter of fact, I would like to do that one too. So there's this one has a There's a garter stitch headband. There's a rib stitch scarf. These are all black and white, you guys. I think they're all black and white. I do have a necklace on. I do have one on, Shad. It's a real pretty blue, deep blue drop with like a diamond bow at the top. And then my earrings, I don't know if y'all can see, I got my J's on. And then there were some children and women's slippers done in knit. But then here is the dickie. So it's a turtleneck dickie. So I wanted to tell you guys what you will need. You are going to need worsted weight yarn. And you're going to need it in, it says 3.5 ounces of any color. A pair of number 10 knitting needles, and you can use the straight needles for this. You can. You're going to need 2 stitch holders. Now, these stitch holders they're talking about are to put your stitches on. It looks like a big diaper pin, and you put your stitches on there to hold those until you come back, because you're going to have some stitches that are live and you're going to come back to them and use them after you do something else. So you need 2 of those. And that is all you need for this project. That's it. Very simple. This is a very, very simple project. And I'm going to try to do some short tutorials for this so I can get you guys started. Okay? A granny stitch blanket with no blocking. And you need to find a pattern. No blocking? You don't want to make the squares. Is that what you're saying? Do the granny stripe blanket. That's the one I'm doing. I love that thing. Attic 24 granny stripe blanket. Trust me. You'll love it. It's very addictive. And then there's a garter stitch bag in here. Not crazy about the straps and stuff on that one. This one has a very simple rib cap. I have made that one. That's really, really easy to make. There's also a raglan cardigan in this book. A seed stitch pillow. A man's cap and scarf. I'm not big on the pillows. I don't think you need the book. I just wanted you guys to know what I'm going to be doing. And then there's a chevron, and that's a knit chevron, not a crochet chevron. So what I will do is I will try to do my best to type up something as far as like what you need, and as we go along, I will try, like I did with Chelsea when we did our shawls, and then each time I would just put it over onto my website where you guys could go over and see it. That's what I'm thinking of doing. Okay. And then I'll show you guys how to get started on it, and then we'll go from there. It really isn't all that hard. It really isn't. It's very, very simple. The 60s? Seeing the Dickie, you mean? Takes you back to the to the collars on the guys. Everybody wore those. Everybody wore those shirts with the long sleeves. Okay, you're trying to say earlier is that you're making your son an amigurumi temperature snake and not a whole blanket. Well, there you go. The modern granny rectangle and foundation paper piecing pineapple. Woo. Wow, bless you for that, man. I'm telling you, you quilters. Okay, the granny stripe blanket that I was talking about is the Attic 24 granny stripe blanket. And it's you go to Attic 24's website and it's the granny stripe blanket. And the only thing you need to know is just to read through that because she gives you a little bit of a tip on like how to keep the sides straight when you're doing it, so you don't get messed up on the sides. And it's a great pattern. That's the one that I showed when I did my whip parade, and I showed it's the one that I'm doing in like a fade. So I'm doing mine with holding three skeins of three different fingering weight yarns together. This is the granny stripe blanket, and then I'm fading those in. And if I work on this, I don't want to work on anything else. There's something extremely addictive about this thing. Very addictive. That's all I can say. Oh man. I got hooked around my chair. But this one that Chelsea and I are doing, once you get it started, you guys, it's going to go fast. Really fast. Okay. And here's the Dickie that I was talking about. I brought one home. I brought a couple of them home I had made these for my mom. This one I did I don't even know what this yarn is anymore. I want to say maybe an impeccable heather, but this is the Dickie. That's what it looks like. Okay, good deal. All right, what else is going on? I've got a project that I am going to be starting on February 1st. I'm not going to tell you much more about that. You'll have to wait. That will come out on February 1st, and it's just me, just something I'm doing. What else is going on? Oh, I laid out all the blocks, you guys. So, a scarf tutorial that had a split in it to put the back through. Oh, are you talking about the keyhole? The keyhole scarf was Oh, what's her name? She did the I'm drawing a blank on her name. Kalisha? Her name was Kalisha, is that right? The keyhole scarf? Z talks about it. Okay, I put all of the blocks out on my bed, you guys, and I've got them stacked up so I can start working on it. And this is what I've got so far. Here's what it looks like. And I don't know if you can tell, but I did red, white, blue, red, white, blue, red, white, blue with the solid squares in between all of the ones that you guys made. So I'll show you that again. So I've got that over there ready to go so I can work on it a little at a time. It's going to be great. I'm really excited about getting one for myself. That one is going to be for me. So I'm excited about that. And then I did write down, I've got to do a video. I did write down all of my projects. So these are all the projects I talked about on my WIP parade. Okay. And I came up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 different projects. And then I came up with some shorthand for it. LT is going to be long term. P is going to be priority. WE is going to be whenever. But we're going to have to work on the whenever. Those are going to have to be put in order also because whenever is just a little too broad. So I'm going to have like a whenever one, whenever two, that kind of thing. I know. When I sat down and wrote it all down, yeah, there's a little bit of stuff on here. Little bit. Just a little bit. I got some stuff going on. This is my Miss Maker planner. So I'm going to be putting my list in there. I will show you guys. I will be doing a video. And the video, just so you guys know, the video for this is going to be on my other channel. But I've been working on this a little bit. And I did make a sheet for in here that is going to, it's dry erase. So that I can put my list together on here. And then I'll be able to erase them and put other things in there. So I'm hoping to get that video done this week and get that up on my other channel. And that one is the large. That is the big Happy Planner. Because it holds the 8.5 by 11 paper, which is great for stuff like that. I know, getting fancy. I'm getting fancy with it. A Winter Wishes. Okay. There's another one for you to look up. Winter Wishes. Yes, the dry erase. Oh, girl. You got to get you some dry erase markers, too. I use the Stettler non-permanent Lumo color. I use the Stettler pens. I have a laminator that I laminated it with. So What? What'd Shad say? You won 12 quilt awards when you quilted. Only guy in our quilting guild of 80 women. Such fun, but I only knit now. Oh, so you've done that then, but that you probably have some absolutely gorgeous quilts then. I bet you do. One of these days I need to take a picture of some of we have Mr. Fiber's mother was a quilter, and we have a whole lot of her quilts. And I should take pictures of those for you guys so you could see her work because she did absolutely beautiful work. You can ask Chelsea. When we had her funeral, we put her quilts all over the front pews. We hung them over the pews and had them laying out everywhere in the in the chapel for her funeral. It was beautiful. There you go. And sometimes you just need oh, that little spark of something, and it can get you going even on the things you're already working on. That's the way I see crafting anyway. Yeah, visual memory of her quilts. Yes. Yeah, I'd really need to probably lay them each out on the bed to get a really good picture of each of them too. But that'd be a good idea. I need a record of what they look like. Listening and working on your no stress blanket 2023. Everybody's busy, busy. Hi, Barbara. If I didn't say hello to you, anybody else I might have missed, anyone who is watching this back on replay, thank you so very much. Anyone, Adele and Gracie. Gracie, I think she went to visit her family. I don't know if she's watching right now because I think she went to go visit her grandkids. She had one born and another one coming. And Natalie and Joyce. I have lots of replayers. I know who some of my replayers are, but not all of them. Inspired you to do your say while I am here with you. To do your say. Okay. Yeah. I know. I need to figure that shutterfly out. I wish we had done that while I was there, Chels. I need to get that figured out. I really do because I want to do that with so many different things. I want, you know, to get some of my stuff some of my pictures printed. Oh, getting inspired while you're here. Oh, okay. Yeah, you'll have to show me. You'll have to show me how. Oh, it's only one day a week and you do 2 rows. Oh, that's cool. Uh-huh, with some of Gammy's stuff. I know. Oh gosh. Because my mother she was a toll painter, so there's a whole lot of stuff that she painted, and I don't know that I will ever be able to keep all of it. So it would be great to do that also. Mhm. It would. Shutterfly. I need to work on that. I had downloaded it at one time, and that was not on this phone that I have now. And I felt like I had to clean out a whole bunch of stuff, and I never did put that back. But I have room on this phone that I have now. I could put Shutterfly back on there and do that. So I really ought to do it. So anyway, any questions about anything I have talked about today? Y'all have any other questions for me? I'm so glad I was able to come on today. I appreciate you guys all being here. Be looking for the post for this, the Make a Dicky Make Along. I will do a post and I will share it. And then there's already a post in Facebook. There's already a feature for the log cabin one. And we will leave it up because some of you that probably are working on other things, you might want to do one later down the road. So we can leave that up for a while. It's not like it's going to go away. Some of the stuff that I took down, it had been up there all of last year. And I took things down, because of that. For printing, they have a printing program through Google. Huh. Okay. You'd like to see them? I'll have to do that. I think that would be a fun thing to do, especially on one of the Sundays when we're all sitting here just chatting and talking about all the stuff, all the things. Sundays are kind of like a free-for-all, like all the things kind of day. Okay, so I will make a post for the Make a Dicky Make Along. Anything else? Let's see. What is this week? Oh, Tuesday. Don't forget that Tuesday is the interview with Stephen Keogh. Y'all, please, this will redirect you there to go and hit the notification for it if you can come. It's during the day. It's not Tuesday night. It's Tuesday day. So I just want to keep letting y'all know that. Okay, what'd you say, Chelsea? Walgreens and CVS. Yeah, I used to take like my, thumb drive thing, and I could go over to Walmart and just use the thumb drive. I don't know if they do that anymore. I haven't seen the machines when I go to Walmart. So I don't even know that they do that anymore. Do y'all know? So CVS and Walgreens, you're saying that they do them? I'm glad too. Y'all, this has been a hard week. It really has. I've tried to keep busy and keep doing things and not just like sit the whole time, but it's been hard. And we were supposed to have snow again coming tomorrow, but they've taken the snow out and now they're saying we're going to have a mixture of rain and freezing rain and ice. And they don't really know. They really just don't know. That means they don't know. So, well, that's okay. I'm sure you have some left. I have a whole bunch left. Anybody want to buy it? Anyway. Hi, Cheryl. They do, but maybe I have to ask. Okay. I'll have to look again. I know Stephen is such a sweet person. I mean, for somebody who did the job that he did, he's really a nice person. He really is. And I'm just tickled that he wants to come on. Now, I have more subscribers than Stephen has on his channel. But I guarantee you, every time that he goes live, he has like over 200 people in his live every time. He is, and he may go months without having a live. He was going to try to do more. He's writing a second book, and it takes, from what I understand about writing, it takes a lot of time. It's like, that's your job. It's like, it's a job writing that book, and you spend a lot of time doing it. And a lot of time researching and all of that kind of stuff. So he's doing another book. And we'll talk about that when he comes back on. That thumb drive, I always thought about doing that too. Taking the Bag O' Day thumb drive to like, what is the place that they do the printing? Office Depot, and having it put into a book. Wouldn't it be great to have it put into a book? Okay, Sandy, glad you were here. See you Tuesday. Takes years? Yeah. I imagine it can take years. Yeah, after a while, Crocodile. Office Max and Staples do the books. So you could take the thumb drive, but I had thought about that very same thing, but then I'm like, but I have it right here. I don't know. I think it's because I'm trying to declutter too, that I haven't done it yet. But maybe once I get some of my magazines and things, like some of those out, then possibly could think about doing something like that, because I have the binders. I still need to go through my binders too. I know I have patterns in my binders I probably won't ever make. So, yeah, spiraled. They do that. They do the spiral thing. I think it would be great. Thank you. Oh, and Shad, before we go, I want you to know, guess what I watched the other day? Now I have listened to the book. It's your favorite book. I have listened to the book. However, I didn't hear the whole book because I listened to it while I was sleeping. I turned it on one night to go to sleep because I had it in my Audible, and I didn't remember a whole lot about it. But the movie has come out, and that book is Where the Crawdads Sing. And you guys, they did a nice job on that movie. Have you seen it yet, Shad? Oh, that's good. You're enjoying it in your jammies. I know, Tammy. And I'm telling myself, kind of like my yarn, okay? Do something that, be purposeful, because this year my word is purposeful. So be purposeful about what I'm buying and what I'm using. And as I use some of my yarn, it's not bad to let a little bit of it come back in, as long as I'm using more than I'm bringing in. And I want to do the same with but you saw my list here. Okay, now some of these are long-term projects, okay? But as I get a few of them done, I may be able to start another one, and kind of do it that way. Just doing everything kind of with some purpose. It's PJ day. Okay, that's good. Okay, you guys, unless we have any more questions. So 4-weight yarn. I want to remind you again, I will make a deal about it. But 4-weight yarn, a pair of number 10 knitting needles. So US 10, which would be that's not right. There it is. It would be a 6.0. So 6 millimeter or number 10 knitting needles. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad that got better. Yes, take care, Joan. You too. I hope you feel better. I hope everyone feels better that's feeling sick. And Happy to Hook, if you don't know, is it Happy to Hook Creations? I think that's her name. She starts out with, if it's your birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary. And I love that. So, and any good news? Does anybody want to share any good news before we go? We had started doing that and I keep forgetting it. Lisa is Happy to Hook Creations. Thank you. You're on it, Denny. I know I can count on you, my Denny Banani. The Birds. So now you're talking about are you talking about the movie The Birds? Oh my gosh, my girls would not watch that when they were younger. Unless you're talking about the group The Birds, because I like them too. 3 weeks, new grandson. Yay. Congratulations. Annie, look at you go. She lost another 10 pounds. Whoop, whoop. Awesome. Oh, that's good. He's getting scholarships. Oh, that's a big help. Congratulations to him. Rosie, you've made 20 baby blankets. Oh my goodness. I see. Tippy Hendren. Uh-huh. Yes, 6.0 millimeter knitting needles. 6.0 millimeter. And I would get them probably, you can use straight or you can use circular. If you're going to do the circulars, I would do like about a 24-inch cord. And if you're going to do the straights, then I wouldn't get the really long ones, but I can't remember, like a 12, either a 10 or 12 is the medium length. Hey Laura, glad you came by. Oh, that's good. The size 10, no, the size 10 knitting needles, Chelsea, is for the Make a Dicky Make Along. That's for the Make a Dicky Make Along. The log cabin blanket that Chelsea and I are doing, I'm using, I don't know if I said anything about that, but I'm using an H hook for mine. And that is by Hooked by Robin. Yes, we want you to have a good procedure. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I say that's a big, big help. That's a big help. I'm so happy for him and you. Okay. Yes. Y'all take care. So glad we could be together again today. I will probably not see you again until Tuesday, unless I get any of those videos made. Hmm. We'll see what I can get done tomorrow. I'm not really sure. So I love y'all. Have fun today. Y'all take care. Big hugs. Hugs from Flashy. Doesn't he just look like he gives great hugs? He does. He gives great hugs. Love y'all. Kisses. No, kisses. Kisses. Over here. Here. There you go. It's hard to do when you're looking at the camera. Bye, y'all. Oh my gosh.